Hey there everyone, Andy the Broke Geek here. Can you believe that the first Doctor Strange film was released in 2016? And while the character has appeared in other MCU films since then, we're finally getting a sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, directed by Sam Raimi. In the film, Doctor Strange meets America Chavez, a character who has the ability to travel through the multiverse. To say anything else about the plot would go into spoiler territory, so I'll leave it at that. I will say though that I absolutely love the film. All around, the performances are top notch. Benedict Cumberbatch is as brilliant as ever as Doctor Strange, and this time around he gets to stretch his creative muscles a bit by portraying several incarnations of the same character. I love the way he gives each a different inflection and slightly different body movements and gestures, and it just helps you differentiate them and tell them apart, especially in such a big film such as this, which is really important. Then we have a new character, America Chavez, played by Xochitl Gomez. Now, unfortunately, the character isn't as developed as I would have liked her to be. She's a bit of a MacGuffin in this film, but she's got great banter with Doctor Strange, and I cannot wait to see where the character goes from here. As much as the film is a sequel to the first Doctor Strange movie, it is also a follow-up to the Disney Plus series WandaVision. So if you haven't seen that series, I suggest watching that before watching this film. But in any case, we have Elizabeth Olsen reprising her role as the Scarlet Witch, or Wanda Maximoff. And boy, wow, what a powerhouse performance she delivers. Her character arc really is the emotional backbone of the film, and every time the character appears on screen, I am instantly hooked. Director Sam Raimi brings his unique sensibilities to the film, and it is all the better for it. The action scenes are dynamic and energetic, and though not a true horror film, there are horror elements littered throughout. An example of this can be seen early on in the film when Doctor Strange, Wong, and America Chavez defeat the tentacled Gargantos by taking its eyeball out. Very much something Raimi would include in one of his films. There was also quite a bit of gore in the movie, something I was really surprised about, and so this is a film you don't want to be taking little kids to. I was also a huge fan of Danny Elfman's score, especially the track he created for the music battle, something that will make much more sense once you've seen the film. Now on to a few things I felt didn't quite work in the film. Chiefly, you've got the pacing. Found it a bit choppy, and certain moments should have been a bit longer so that emotional impact could be there. Then there are the much talked about cameos. Now, I'm not going to spoil them here, but it's almost as if they could have chosen any characters and any actors, and the effect would have been the same in the film. Now, I'm not saying I didn't like the characters and the actors that they chose. Rather, what we got just didn't feel earned. It didn't seem to have a weight behind it. Look, for example, to Spider-Man No Way Home. We had Tom Holland's Spider-Man be influenced and learn from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Those two having a direct impact on him and sort of driving the story forward. There isn't the same thing in Multiverse of Madness, and so it just felt a bit hollow, even though, from a fan perspective, it might have been a really cool moment. And then we have the multiverse itself. It's in the film's title, Multiverse of Madness. And yet, what we got didn't feel quite so mad. Sure, it was cool seeing Doctor Strange and America Chavez whizzing through all those alternate worlds, in which you had one in which everyone was paint and another in which it was all animated. Yet, the worlds we spent the most time in didn't feel all that different to the main Marvel Cinematic Universe itself. I think it would have been far more interesting to have Doctor Strange and America Chavez explore one of the crazier worlds and see what would have resulted. In fact, another recent film, Everything Everywhere All at Once, deals with the multiverse in a much more interesting way, showing audiences how wild and unpredictable the multiverse can be. Overall, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a highly enjoyable and visually distinct entry in the ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel fans will get an absolute kick from the visuals, while casual fans may feel a bit lost at times. There is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene, so be sure to stick around for those. Well, those were my thoughts, but if you've seen the film, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Please give this video a like and subscribe for more geeky content.